Hello, this is Olivier back with a new video. The video today is about some records that I bought during my last trip in Brazil. And as usual, when I'm going to Brazil, it's only heavy metal that I'm buying there, or mainly heavy metal. So this time it's only heavy metal. It's mainly Brazilian bands. There is two exceptions, but all heavy metal. When I say heavy metal, obviously it's heavy metal, thrash metal, death metal, so all kind of subgenre from metal. So I will start with the non-Brazilian bands. So starting with a band which is called Voodoo and the album Heavy Metal. So it's a band from Poland, from Krakow in Poland. Here you have a nice picture of the band, and it's a really great album. I think they did two albums, and this one is the first album from the two they did. Really, again, I didn't know them. They sing in Polish, but to my ear, it sounds pretty great album. Next one, as well, something a bit special. It's a Russian heavy metal band. So, I obviously I don't read or I don't speak Russian. So, but the title of the band is Chorny Coffee, which means black coffee, and the album is from 1987. Here you have as well some pictures of the band. They are from Moscow in Russia, and again, I didn't know that band at all, but the album itself is really great listening. It's more on the heavy metal side. Now we are going to the Brazilian part of the records that I bought, starting with a band called Fuga, and the album Crime ao Vivo, or Crime ao Vivo, not sure how you pronounce that, an album from 1992. It's really more on the hard rock side. That's the label, Hard Rock EOR, and this band is from Santa Maria in Rio Grande do Sul. That's one of the reasons. It was kind of a blind buy, but I'm always going to the same shop, and the owner there knows my taste. Actually, it's a really good record. Look, I would say they sing as well in Portuguese, but for me, some of the songs, they sound like a foreigner a bit. It's a really difficult to find record. I've seen on Discog there is only 15 people having this record, and there is zero record to sell. As well, on the other side, there are not many people who want the record because, it's really obscure bands. I think they did two albums, that's the second album. And and an album from the south of Brazil, or a band from the south of Brazil. So they were not really well known, but again, the album sounds great. You can find that on online on YouTube. I think you can find the album. It's a really great album if you don't mind, again, bands singing in different language, or in language, which are not English. Here it's Portuguese, Fuga, but look, really good hard rock band. Next one, Platina, self-titled album from 1985. Platina was a band from Sao Paulo. I think it's as well their only album. It's kind of a traditional heavy metal band. I think, I found the song really great. They sing here as well in Portuguese. So that's the label. And here you have an insert with a picture of the band. And again, the record itself, Platina, and the back of the record. Song strong, really strong, again, traditional heavy metal band. Now we are getting back more to hard rock with a band called Cambio Negra, and the album is Hard Rock. So Cambio Negra is a band from Porto Alegre, Rio Grande do Sul. I love the city of Porto Alegre. I used to live in Porto Alegre for a bit less than 2 years, and I really love that city. And that's when I'm going back, I try to buy again albums from local bands, and this was definitely a local band. The only album they did from 1989, and they sing as well in Portuguese. I think it's a great hard rock album They have some really good songs. Yeah, and that's the back of the album. So Cambio Negro, if you check online, they are difficult to find because it's the same than Fuga. Probably only a few people having the record on Discog because they probably didn't issue many of them. And like all these small bands, they were selling the records mainly in the venues, in the concert. So, but you know, but a great album. If you check online again, there is a rap band from from Brazil, which is called Cambio Negro. So it's obviously not the rap band, it's this hard rock band, which is maybe a bit more difficult to find online. Now we are staying in heavy metal with another band from Porto Alegre, which is Virgen Atomica, Tempos Vencidos, and here as well we are really in the traditional heavy metal side of things. They sing as well in Portuguese. A really great album in my view. And this one, you know, there are few more people having it on Discogs, and as well sounds like a bit more looked after. But again, I didn't know this band. They are from Porto Alegre, Rio Grande do Sul, and it was a blind buy, but again, a really great album in my view. Now we are going more a bit on the speed metal side of heavy metal with a band called Azul Limão and Vinganka, that's the name of the album. Yeah, great album as well. More, again, as I said, more on the speed metal side of things. The band itself is from Rio de Janeiro, and that's not an original you know, issue, but it's a reissue. The album was issued in 1986 and comes on this green vinyl. Next album, we are moving now to thrash metal, and yeah, again with a band from Porto Alegre, which is called Gladiator. And again, I never heard about this band before. One album band, the album is called Dreadful Dreams. It's from 1992. Yeah, thrash metal from Porto Alegre. As I said, here you have an insert, picture of the band, the lyrics, and the record itself. You know, and that's most of the records I've shown you are on private press because again, probably issued in really small quantities. So it's a great album. They have a cover as well on the album from Cream, Sunshine of Your Love, which I found pretty well done. So yeah, in general, again, Gladiator, they sing in English, so a bit more international, but great thrash album. Next band is still thrash metal with a band called Metralhão. And the album is a mosh in Brazil, and Metralhão is I think from Rio de Janeiro. I'm sure it's from Rio de Janeiro. And yeah, what else? I think there was this insert in the record, but that's probably not an original insert. I would assume that's coming from, you know, a magazine or something like that, and the guy just cut it out and put it there. But yeah, what else? Here, the label. The album is okay. I think it's okay, but nothing fantastic in my view. They sing as well in English in this case. So Metralhão from Rio de Janeiro. Next album, we are getting back to heavy metal with a band which is called Orquídea Negra, and the album is Who's Dead. And as you can see, the album has been signed in the back from one of the band member, and you have as well an insert in the record. And this is again heavy metal, more on the traditional heavy metal side. Great album. I loved it, right? So yeah, here, you know, and they are singing as well in English. Next album, we are getting back now to thrash metal with a band which is more known in Brazil. It's Dorsal Atlantica. And Dorsal Atlantica, they are as well from Rio de Janeiro. That's their 5th studio album. And the second one, I think they did singing in English. The 2 or the 3 first ones, so the 3 first one, I think the first one was kind of a split record. Then they did 2 full-length albums, which were in Portuguese, where they were singing in Portuguese, and then they started to sing in English. And again, that's the second album where they are singing in English, which is a really good thrash metal band and thrash metal album in my view. And yeah, Dorsal Atlantica, the album is from 1992, I'm not sure I mentioned it. Now we are getting as well, staying with a really more renowned band from Brazil, from Rio de Janeiro as well, which is Taurus. And Taurus, that's their debut album, which is called Signo de Taurus, sorry. And yeah, let me check if there is an insert. Yes, there is an insert as well with some pictures of the band. So Taurus, I had already another album from them, which is the second album, I think. Now I have their debut album. It's a great album, really strong thrash metal. I think, look, Brazil had many great thrash bands back in the days. I mean, the large ones like, you know, Sepultura were coming from Belo Horizonte, but Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo had as well many great thrash bands, but which didn't really do it internationally. And so the last album I bought is Nocturmeron, which, you know, it's Poser Mutilation from 1989, 1991. It's a compilation of demos that they did. Look, it's an Italian press from 2021, so they never did a record. They did some cassette demos, I believe, and it's more on the grindcore side of things. So, I mean, honestly, I didn't really enjoy that album. However, again, I bought it because they are from Santa Maria in Rio Grande do Sul, which is the region in the south of Brazil where I used to live, and I tend to collect a lot of local band there because, yeah, because it gives me great memories of my time spent in Brazil and spent in Rio Grande do Sul. So look, I mean, if you know some of these bands, if you have other recommendation for some other Brazilian bands that I didn't mention, I mean, it will be a great pleasure for me to read all your comments. So if you're a subscriber, thank you to watching this video. If you're not a subscriber, I would really appreciate your subscription. Again, any comments, thumbs up, all is welcome. Thank you very much and see you soon. Bye.